Hello everybody, and welcome to a game of Smite. Now, this is kind of a video to figure out if you guys want me to record this and turn this into a series. Man, sorry about that again. For some reason, whenever I go to record, I always seem like it always ends up being that I'm like sick or something. I'm starting to get sick or something. And I always have stuffed up nose or something, but other than that, I was finally able to mess with the audio settings, visual settings in Smite to make it where I can actually, I can record the game without it being, there's a lot of dogs like freaking out outside, out back. What was I saying? Oh, as I was saying, I was able to switch all of the settings to the point where I can record it without it being overly glitchy, and you can actually understand what's going on. Because the way I had it set up before, I would hit record and it would drop down to like 8 frames a second, which was 1, impossible to play, and 2, impossible to even watch. So I was able to do it where I can get a good frame rate and record the games. And this, if any of you guys want to see it, let me know, because I play this game a tons, and I'm extremely excited that I was able to finally get it where I can actually record it, because I've wanted to for a long time, because I play this a lot and I'll be able to record a lot of stuff. But my computer's too slow to play it on full settings, so I'm on pretty low visual settings right now to record this. But I think I'm gonna turn this into a series, because I play a ton of this game. I have all of the gods, so I can kind of do intros for all of the or not intros, kind of walkthroughs for all of the gods. And I don't know if you guys can hear it, but these dogs are just going crazy. I have no idea what's going on. Matt, sorry, I can't stay on track. What I was saying is that I have all the gods unlocked so that I can do walkthroughs of every god. And I think I'm gonna do it. If you guys have support, let me know, because I definitely will do it that and then. So let's get to the actual game. What Smite's all about, because it's not many people know about it. It's in closed beta. It's a lot like League of Legends. It is I think the correct term for them are MOBAs. I don't know what that stands for, but I think that's just the correct term for them. But this one is different than all the other ones. You know, it's like Dota or League of Legends, or I know there's a couple others too. In that this is actually a third-person game. It's that you, instead of clicking all around the screen, the minimap and stuff to move your character, you actually use the WASD keys. And instead of using just characters, they're gods. All of these gods you see on the screen are all gods from the different kinds of cultures. Like there's the Greek gods, there's Norse gods, there's 2 Roman gods, I believe. And then there's a lot of Hindu gods. But it's a really interesting game. It's quite simple, actually, because at the beginning, if you're still new to the game, you can have it where the game automatically picks what skills they level up first, or what items you're gonna buy, so you don't have to do any of that. You just kind of play and get used to it. Or if you start feeling like you get used to it, or you already know what to do, you can just turn that off and you can do everything yourself. But all of the abilities are pretty straightforward. They're pretty easy to use. You have 3 abilities, your ultimate, and then you have a passive ability as well. This game, and this is the arena game type. There's 2 game types at this point. There's Conquest and Arena. Conquest is pretty much the same exact thing as League of Legends. There is the 3 lanes. There's towers, And then there's Phoenix, which I believe are the inhibitors. I don't know. I only played League of Legends a couple times, and I didn't play it much. I believe those are the inhibitors, the ones before the final thing. And then in this game, the final thing is a Minotaur that actually does attack. The Phoenixes and the Minotaurs actually do attack, and it's harder to take down than in League of Legends. That's Conquest mode. I can get a game of that going too, but this one is Arena mode, and this is my favorite one. As you can see on the right hand side of the screen, there is a ticket limit of 500 for each team. And that ticket limit goes down every time you kill an enemy god or when you kill minions. There are certain amounts. I'm pretty sure when you kill a god, it's 10 tickets drops, and if you kill a minion, I think it's 1. And then also, you see those little, right there, you can see it. That green portal over there. If you get your minions into that portal, every minion that gets in takes away a ticket as well. These games, usually, I like these especially because they usually last 15 to 20 minutes. As you can see, this one's is 16 minutes and 40 seconds, so pretty short game. While Conquest can last, they can last forever. Depends if you surrender, if it's an even game. Like earlier, I played a game that was 45 minutes long for Conquest. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I mean, it's fun, but I like to have a change more fast. I like to have a bunch of change, like kind of evolving game style. So that's why I play Arena, because you can play gods a lot faster because it's only 15-20 minute games. And yeah, so I enjoy to play Arena, and it is in closed beta right now, but I have 3 or 4 keys. I can't remember. I have 3 or 4 keys, and I'm sure I can get more because they're pretty simple to get. If any of you guys are interested, you can play this game. It is free to play, but it's the same thing as League of Legends. If you want, you can buy gems to purchase more gods or skins for gods or whatever. But there's also favor points you get from winning games and just playing games. But it's a lot more expensive with favor points to buy a god than it is for gems. Okay, let's get to this actual game right here. I am Ymir. It's Ymir. He's a Norse god. He's a tank. So as you can see, in this game, I don't get many kills. I think I actually walk away with 1 kill. I think I go like 1 and 3. But then if you also look at my assists, I think I finished with like 24 assists, something like that. So because I'm a tank, I'm trying to try to get into the battle, try to take some damage from the minions, try to take aggro from my other people. Like for example, up there in the middle, there's Loki. He's an assassin, so I want to try to keep everybody off of him, so he can get in there and get the kills while I'm just taking the damage. So I don't end up with a lot of kills, but I do end up with a lot of assists, and I save a lot. When the god's about to die, I run up and I can freeze him, or I can put a wall in between, and I do end up actually saving a lot of my teammates. In this game, I actually am playing with somebody. I think in this game he was Callie, I think? Callie? Oh no, wait. I don't know. I was playing with somebody, and we played a bunch of games in a row, and we were doing really good. I only recorded this game. We played, I think, 4 of them. I continue to play with him because we've played a couple times before, and we usually seem to win. So I like playing with him. So Ymir, I call him Ymir. That's how I pronounce him. I've seen certain people, it all depends on the way you build them with the items you buy and everything, but I've seen certain people just go off with Ymir and get tons and tons of kills and pretty much lead the leaderboard with kills. I've never been able to do that. Ymir is one of those gods I play every now and then, but I'm not entirely comfortable with him. I'm not that good with him. My favorite gods, and it's probably going to be the next 2 videos I post, are Cupid, Roman god of love, and Ao Kuang. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, he is the Chinese god of the Yellow River. That's Ao Kuang. Cupid, he just kind of, when you see the video, you'll see you can't take him seriously. Everything about him is hearts. Like you have a harp and you shoot arrows, and the tips of the arrows are hearts, and like everything's just hearts with him. But he's my favorite character. I feel like he does the most damage. If you build him right, he's extremely good, and he can do an extreme amount of damage. And then he's probably my favorite physical damage person. Ymir is my favorite tank, and then my favorite magic person has got to be Kwong. He's in this game. He's the little dragon that flies around. He is extremely powerful if you know how to play him. Well, actually, no. I take that back. He's a pretty easy god to play, but the way you build him can affect how powerful he is. For example, the Kwong in this game, I don't think he does that well. And then in the next game, I played Kwong, and I went 13. And I had 13 kills and only 2 deaths, and then like another 10 assists. I feel the only 2 gods that I feel like I can do really well with is Kwong and Cupid. I do feel like I can get a lot of kills each one of those games, so you're probably going to be a lot of gameplay from those 2 gods. But I'm going to try to get a gameplay video of all the gods. I'll try to get one of every god, and then just kind of post whatever I'm playing, whatever gods I'm playing. And every time I do one, I will explain their abilities, their passives, and then my usually build style with them. When I play Ymir, I'll do that for right now, for this guy. When I play... Wow, frame rates. Oh yeah, there were some random times I started lagging in this game. I don't understand why, but I just did. When I play Ymir, okay, his first ability is that wall you keep seeing me throw up. It's a giant ice wall. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's a wall. It blocks people. And if you have, some gods have a jump ability, they can just jump over it. Others get stuck. The 2 is that every time I slam my hammer down, and that path of frost comes out and the spikes come up, that's what that is. It's just damage dealing. It's actually the only damage dealing besides his ultimate ability that he has. 3 is right there, that cone, and it freezes people, and then it's a good combo to freeze and then throw the 2 down and stab him. And then my 4, my ultimate, it's, if you're just by yourself and there's not you don't have a complementary god on your team with you to stun people, the 4, your ultimate, is really hard to get. Because it takes a while to cast, and then you never seem, like, if you actually hit people, it does an insane amount of damage. But whenever I play him, I never seem to hit anybody because I can never get him to stay in the circle long enough, because all you have to do, look, here's my ultimate right here, and it's a prime example. Oh, I actually do hit somebody, but usually you don't hit anybody. Like, as you see right there, I hit a 723 on the right corner of the screen. And I don't recall his passive ability because I can't check it because this is not a live commentary. All the other videos are going to be live comms, by the way. But Ymir, his 4th, you just kind of get into a ball and there's a giant circle around you and everything just kind of freezes, and when you hit the moment spikes, you like kind of explode, and it does a lot of damage, but usually it's really hard to hit. The way I always build Ymir is I always first buy the boots. They give me just damage. They're called reinforced boots. Second, I always buy the cloak that gives you health, mana, magical protection, and physical protection, because that just kind of covers all the aspects. And then my 3rd item, I look at the other team and see what the majority is. If there's a majority of physical or magical damage, and then buy an item according to that, and just kind of go from there. I never usually build him as a damage person. I always build him as a tank, because I don't usually play him, so whenever I do play him, it's because the team needed a tank, and that's like everybody's already locked in. I just lost my train of thought, but Anyways, so yeah, as I was saying, I really only play him when it's necessary, like when the team needs a tank. I usually don't play tank characters. Like there's him, Hades, Ares, and there's a couple other gods you could sort of count as tanks, just because they have a lot of defense buffs to them. But those are the three main tanks right there. And I personally don't like to play tanks because I feel like they're boring. So probably my like Hades video, I'm probably gonna build him as a damage person and just try to do damage. Because I feel like tanking is just really boring. When I go 1-3 after 16 minutes, I mean, I feel like that's a boring game. So most of the games are going to be, I like magic. That's my favorite. The magic gods, those are my favorite kinds of gods, and that's probably what we're going to see most of. So you're going to see all the gods, and then after all the gods, it's going to be kind of my preference, and that's when you're going to see probably a lot of Cupid, Ao Kuang, and then the magic kind of gods. So yeah, so I see there's only about 20 seconds left in the video. So this is Smite. That has been Smite. This game is a lot of fun. If you guys want keys, I have a couple, and then I can get some more too. I will produce more Smite videos for you guys, and I'll do this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.